to a Friday night live kind of deal happening here. Let's fix this camera a little bit. I will not be using any microphones or anything like that because this is just like a chill thing. I don't want to complicate things too much. I just want to relax and chill and have fun with y'all and deliver a doozy of a show. Oh my god, I said doozy. I don't try to use that word because I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like, I don't know, I have this fascination with listening to a lot of crappy podcasts. Like, nobody listens to it. I'm probably the one blip that shows up every 6 months. I don't know. I just like this thing. What's up, Zane's Cheerios? Hope you're doing good, dude. On this Friday night, I this whole month since the month of March has started, I have been on like an insane low amount of sleep this entire month. And I get maybe 4 hours a night, and then throughout the afternoon, I'll get another hour of sleep. And for some reason, I have like such a burst of energy. And maybe that's like a testament to the human body where it's like, oh, you know, we are getting lean now. You're not sleeping as much. So when you do get sleep, I'm going to harness as much energy. And then when you are back awake, forcing all the organs are probably screaming, all my blood vessels, all of my blood cells are screaming, go back to sleep. But I just can't. I don't, it's just insane. But this weekend, hopefully, I will get some sleep. Hopefully, you guys will too. Hopefully, you don't have to work this weekend. I know what that's like. It sucks royally. Oh, we got four people in the room. Awesome. That's a good sign and indicator to start what we are going to do tonight. This is going to. I was originally going to just put a jigsaw puzzle together. You guys could watch that. I don't know if that would be a thing you guys would be interested in, but I figured I'd do one of the old school live streams that I used to do, going over all the news, Taco Bell news, and McDonald's news, upcoming movies, upcoming music albums. If you guys are still into music, I know a lot of people by the time they turn 30, music and keeping up with new music becomes a thing of the past. Me, I'm still crusty and musty and I'm still checking out new stuff. Not as much anymore because a lot of stuff is just crap. And I don't know if it's just because I'm old and I don't get with it, but a lot of the stuff is just absolute shit. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but man, it's horrible out there these days. And maybe I'm not digging enough into the underground to know what's popping off, but a lot of stuff with like how cancel culture is and lot of stuff these days, it's like um the a lot of stuff is very tame compared to what I used to listen to in the late 90s and everything. So, new soda releases. Obviously, I'm going to talk about soda on here. And if you guys have any questions about anything, if you want life advice, if you want whatever, I'm pretty well versed in being a human. So, ask away. Any aliens out there picking up this signal, ask away as well. Let's see here. Let me get back with the live chat. We will start Zane's Cheerios. I was wondering why I wasn't tired tonight. I guess my mind had a feeling there's a stream. Yeah, I was due. I've been due for one. Chris Dreyer says I'm checking out a lot of old stuff. You will see how derivative stuff is, same as it ever was. Derivative. Yeah, I have a fascination with going to like antique malls and just looking at old crap. And a lot of the old stuff is still pretty present today. It's just, it seems like every 20 years there's just a new coat of paint put on some old stuff. Technology, advances and everything, but still it's about the same. You read stuff from 200 years ago, 300 years ago, people are still complaining and bitching about the same stuff we're complaining about now. It's just a different time. Oh, you meant for music? Oh, okay. I just think about everything else. I have these old catalogs in the shelf there that I found at the antique mall. and they're newspapers from the 20s, and it's just fascinating looking at all of the news articles and just like advertisements for things that we don't use anymore. It's just absolutely fascinating to me. When it comes to old music, the furthest I'll go back is, I guess it's pretty far, is like the Robert Johnson blues records. Like just listening to that, because that's like the origins of rock and roll. Like he's the great grandfather of rock and roll. That's cool to just listen to. It's not something I could listen to and be like, oh yeah, yeah, this is awesome. But it's just you listen to it just to like soak in historical audio, I guess, in a way. But before we get, it's 11:34 here in small town USA as we are broadcasting live. I was thinking about something today. I have like 25,000 subscribers on my channel, which is absolutely insane. I would have never, ever, ever thought this channel would have gotten as successful as that. I thought, once I hit 1,000, it was like, what the hell? Whoa, whoa. But I was thinking about small town USA and the population of the town I live in. The amount of subscribers I have is like five or almost six small town USAs, which is, it kind of blew my mind when you put that into perspective. And I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool, dude. Uh, I was talking to a good friend, Chris, a while ago, and I feel bad, man. I don't know, like, his birthday was March 8th, and I had it written down on the calendar, and I just, the day passed, and then it was the 9th, and I was like, oh, damn, that's what I need to remember was Chris's birthday. And I did, and I just felt, have you ever done that? Like, you had every intention, but just time gets the best of you. Uh, yeah, it's that all the time. I always forget shit so much. But I wished him a happy belated birthday yesterday. Took me a couple weeks, but I wished him a happy birthday, and he seems to be. I know you guys don't know who Chris is, but he was on a very, very early Cheat Day review in like 2019, like one of the very first ones. And yeah, so he goes back, way back in the day. He was around when I was recording the second Glowing Ice album in 2018, and I was playing him demos. And he was just, before I released the album, I was just driving in the car, and he was in the car with me. And he was like, dude, this is awesome. And I was like, really? You think so, man? You think so, dude? Thanks. So he's a good friend of the show, even though he's not like present or anything these days on the channel. I wished him a happy birthday, and he's doing good. So that was good news to hear. He's down in Florida. He actually is working at Disney World, so that's cool. He's not Mickey Mouse or anything, but yeah. Anyways, let me catch up with the chat. I know people were messaging me and all that, so I want to make sure I cover all my bases here. Chris Dreyer, hanging in there, buddy. There is a fascinating scene. You hear all this stuff at the time that the major players are doing and feeding off of each other. I still got to watch that Mexican squirt video. I thought it was a dirty movie. Okay, before I go any further, when I uploaded that earlier today, I got hit with a yellow dollar sign. When you're monetized on YouTube, if it doesn't seem advertiser friendly, you get hit with a yellow dollar sign, meaning you won't collect the 50 cents that you'll get from the video a year from now or whatever I'll make off of it. And I had to, put it up for review so a human could look at it and be like, oh, okay, it's nothing wrong. So putting that title, I'm like, it's Mexican squirt. I can't, it's a soda. So it wound up getting approved. So, but that's why it got released a little later today, because it had to get looked at thoroughly by an actual human at YouTube. Pretty late over there. Yeah, I think you're on the East Coast, right, Chris? So yeah, it's you are in the future. It's March 22nd where you are. Yeah, I need to put reminders in my phone. I'm just not that organized. That's the problem. Like, whenever I'm making a video or I have all these videos planned, like I'll just grab everything that I need to film, just have it sit here. So if you look at the floor, it looks like an absolute mess, but there is a method to the madness, an organization that only I know where things are, and I need to get better at that. But yeah, so trying to look and put everything in a calendar on my phone. I got the calendar on the wall back there. I'm still pretty old school. I'm a boomer in that aspect, but I think it's just me. No, a lot of people. Some guy actually commented saying this video title is my browser history. I said, yeah, mine too. I just have the extra word thick in the search term. Oh, God. All right. So, anyways, I am cracking open a nice Dr. Pepper Blackberry. It is a new flavor that dropped this year. I already reviewed it, and I like it a lot. Like it's not my favorite flavor, but it's a very decent flavor compared to other Dr. Peppers. I remember a lot of people love the berry Dr. Pepper. That's like come and gone repeatedly over the past 10 years or so. I remember when my brother lived here. This is actually his bedroom. This was his bedroom when he lived with me. And I couldn't wait till he finally moved out and got his own place and I could turn this into the studio. But when he lived here, he loved the Dr. Pepper berry, and that was a present, ongoing soda flavor in the house here. But I didn't like that. I like this one a whole lot more, even though I'm not that big of a blackberry fan. I don't like the flavor. I don't like blackberry cobbler. I'll take a peach. I'll take an apple. I'll take a. Is there a coconut? I like to make a coconut cobbler. That'd be different. That'd be wild and crazy. All right, we gotta wet the throat. Okay, soak it in. We gotta soak our throats, coat our throats with some high fructose corn syrup, some poison, as some of the wackos will comment on videos of mine saying, "Oh, you collect poison, bro. You're drinking poison." Shut up, dude. Just I'll see those and oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you do? Let me look at your YouTube channel. And what are you doing? You have a playlist of like I don't even know, some horrible music. But let me check my buddy Chris. He's chatting it up here. I have the 12 pack and I want to drink it with some hot chocolate Dr. Pepper and other variants. I really like the that orange cream Coca-Cola. Yeah, orange cream Coca-Cola is amazing. I really like that one too. As you will see when we get into the soda news, uh, yeah, they need to remember it's okay to cheat every once in a while. Damn right, yeah. They best recognize, bro. Yo, dude. So, all right, let's get down to business, shall we? And this is the contents of the show. So, a little chapter up in here. We're going to take a look at the birthdays, celebrity birthdays for March 21st, 2025. Then we're going to get into some historical facts, look at maybe some weird stuff that happened during this date, March 21st. And then we're going to take a look at sodas. We're going to take a look at some popular things happening with fast food things. We're going to take a look at the Taco Bell newsroom, the McDonald's newsroom. Then we're going to move on to movies, upcoming movies. Uh, it's piss poor what we have for movies this year, but I haven't been to one movie yet this year, like actually going to the theaters. There's been a few like slight hits on like Netflix and stuff, but they're so memorable that I don't remember them. So there's that. Some music releases, and then we may do some retro gaming to top it all off on this thing. So we'll migrate from here and move our way to the little reviewing table. and we'll finish it off. It's just gonna be a fun Friday night. Glad you guys are here, and we're just gonna party it up. Party. Oh. All right. So it is March 21st, and celebrity birthdays for today. You saw a black bag last week. Don't waste your time. Zane's Cheerios. All right. Thanks. Thanks for the tip. The only thing I've been watching, like daily, like as a TV show, I watch with my wife is Arrow. It's like the based off of Green Arrow, the superhero. It's gone now. I think it started in 2012 and ended 2019. There's like 8 seasons or something. That's a decent show. It's a it's a TV show from the CW. It is what it is. I dig it though. It's decent. You know, after Breaking Bad though, watching that and just being blown away, it's like nothing's gonna top that. So you gotta set yourself low and just like enjoy the ride, basically. So celebrity birthdays for today, we had Chico Marx from the Marx Brothers. I guess I'm not guessing. It was a comedy troupe, some showman kind of deal. He was born on 1887 on this day. William Shatner. This blew me away. He was born in 1931. He is 94 years old. Now, granted, I haven't seen him like currently, whatever he's doing, but like even in the past, 5 years, he's been doing some type of show. The dude is 94 years old and he still is like doing it. Uh, Pretty crazy. And this one also kind of blew my mind because, man, time is going by so fast and all these celebrities still seem like they're in their 20s. But Reese Witherspoon, born 1976, she is 49 years old today, and she'll be 50. That's insane. Now, it's crazy because you ever think about that when you're like a kid? Like, say, when I was 15, I would see women that were like 40 and be like, God, grandma alert. But now it's like I'm in my late 30s and it's like I see women in their 50s and how I perceive them as if they're in their 20s, as if like still thinking I'm a teenager. It's kind of crazy. It's like if I was a teenager back then and I saw them, I would have been like, that's a grandma. It's kind of wild. And maybe it's like a testament of people taking better care of themselves these times, like a lot of people look younger. So, yeah. William Shatner is that old? No wonder he got angry with Red Letter Media. I don't know what he did with Red Letter Media. Did he do something with them? I need to check up on Red Letter Media. I haven't watched any of their stuff in a while. I love them. Don't get me wrong. Red Letter Media is awesome, but yeah. Which makes me wonder. They got a nice setup, a building and everything. Like I wonder how much they are pulling in. Um, so, yeah, to keep afloat. I know they make their own like indie movies and stuff like that, but I don't know if those movies sell enough or stream enough for them to actually keep the lights on. But anyways, I got Wikipedia open for March 21st, and I'm going to look through the dates of things that happened on this day, and we'll see if anything popped out that's interesting enough to go down the rabbit hole and check out the history of whatever. So, on this day in 537 AD, the siege of Rome, King Viges attempts to assault the northern and eastern city walls, but is repulsed at the Praenestine Gate, known as Vivarium, by the defenders under the Byzantine general Basis and Perennius. Okay? Hard hitting stuff there, bro. Let's see. Emperor on 1180, Emperor Antoku accedes the throne of Japan. In 1556, on the day of his execution in Oxford, former Archbishop of Canterbury Thomas Cranmer deviates from the scripted sermon by renouncing the recantations he has made and adds, "And as for the Pope, I refuse him as Christ's enemy and Antichrist with all false doctrine." All right, okay. Famous last words. I would have said something a little more cooler, but yeah. Anyways, in 1788, a fire in New Orleans leaves most of the town in ruins. That's crazy. 1821, the Greek War of Independence happened. Oh, 1861, Alexander H. Stephen gives the Cornerstone speech. Yeah, I'm still in yesterday, bud. There's 11 more minutes of March 21st, 2025. I'm going to miss it so much. I'm going to. A lot of hard-hitting things happened in my life this day, such as putting up a video called Mexican Squirt Review. Let's see. 1901 to the present. Let's take a look what happened here. 1918 in World War I, the first phase of the German Spring Offensive, Operation Michael, begins. Operation Michael. All right. Yeah, Operation Danny. It went right after that one. Oh, God. 1925, the Butler Act prohibits the teaching of human evolution in Tennessee. So there you go. Tennessee wasn't having none of that shit. I'm in today, but I live in the past. I'm always living in the past. Sometimes I'll still think. You ever get into those modes where you're like half awake and you'll almost be in the sense of like memories of the past 20 years don't exist? And you still feel like, oh shit, I gotta wake up early for school in the morning. And then you realize, oh, I'm not in high school anymore. What the? Oh yeah, all this stuff happened. It's like your brain is a computer and it's like kind of defaulted back into a past, thing. And it's like, no, 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 bring up the broadband. Here's everything that happened. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, I remember now. Oh, the humanity. Oh, God. Oh. Why? Let's see. I want to catch up on all the chats here. Yeah, it seems like they rent a studio. They probably got mad Patreon cash money from Red Letter Media. That's what Chris said. Yeah, I had a few friends tell me like they're surprised I haven't started a Patreon, but it's like I have the join button on the YouTube thing here. And, I record some exclusive videos for that. But most of the stuff I just put up for free here on YouTube. I mean, it is what it is. I think if I have the time to do things other than, I am a regular guy. I have other things besides YouTube. I am in a simulation. Zane's, Cheerios. We all are, man. It's kind of like you play Assassin's Creed and you go back and then you're in between going from your past, ancestor to you. You're just kind of in this. You see all these lines of code and stuff. You really do think about this. It's insane. When you really step back, get out of your world, get out of your usual problems, your things, and just kind of zoom out and look at the world in this entire existence. It is absolutely insane. I'm not trying to sound like some wacky artist that's like, whoa, bro, do you ever realize, dude, that like we are all the universe experiencing itself, like Bill Hicks said in one of his final stand-up thing. No, it's not like that at all. It's just like you think about it. I am able to film a video, put it up, and people from all over the world are able to click on it, watch it. Like, that's just absolutely fascinating to me. that's able to you're able to do that. Like I'm talking in my room in some small town shithole in the middle of the America, and people are able to hear my voice elsewhere. It's absolutely insane to me. It's baffling, but it's also really cool. You really do think about it. When we started out as humans just with dirt, trees, rocks, like computer chips. How did that happen? Like I looked into how a computer chip is made, and it's from long processes of like stones and these precious stones and everything, and just like I forget all the things that they had to do, but it's absolutely insane to make precious stones and precious metals become a thing where you're able to broadcast this and like we're able to connect. Like, I think that's why I think it's just so cool to do this in the first place too. You know what? Yeah, we're getting very philosophical, but yeah, I smoked saliva and thought the same thing. Dinosaurs, get out of town. Yeah, I was looking at something like a year ago, and they're talking about dinosaurs actually didn't look like the ones in Jurassic Park, maybe slightly, but the T Rex, it probably had feathers and fur. That's crazy. And then you think about the other factoid is the fact that the T Rex and the Stegosaurus didn't live in the same periods, so they never coexisted ever. And it's like when you're kids, you watch like dinosaur movies or whatever, and they're all just like having fun together. Land Before Time is what I'm thinking about at the moment, but yeah, it's insane, man. It's insane. Let's see. 1925, nothing. Oh, 1928, March 21st. Charles Lindbergh is presented with the Medal of Honor for the first solo transatlantic flight. Insane. Crazy stuff. Weird, wild stuff. Loch Ness Monster, though. Yeah, man, I feel like the Loch Ness Monster, aliens, all that stuff, they kind of went away with Santa Claus with me as a kid. If you grew up in the 90s as a kid, the early 2000s, there were so many specials on Fox about aliens and all this stuff. You had X-Files on there and all that. And I would be thoroughly scared out of my mind, always thinking that aliens would come and get us at some point. Like, that was like an actual threat in my mind as a kid. And then I soaked up a lot of podcasts and research and all this stuff, and you realize a lot of claims about alien abductions and just seeing things and everything are like stories from literal like psychos that just they're just whacked out of their skull, but a lot of people will take their accounts and just run with it and blow it up. And it, you see it a whole lot more now with like how news is like so like you could see through a news story now when they're trying to play something on you or some type of propaganda piece, and you look at it and you read between the lines and you're just like, yeah, I get what you're trying to do here, big sensational headline, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep with a lot of things. So a lot of like my fears about aliens coming down to get me or us in general, Independence Day, like so many movies, Men in Black, all that. Even though those were kind of the Men in Black were kind of comedies, but still it was like really pushing it. And Chris talking about unsolved mysteries, it's like, yeah, there was a lot of stuff you'd watch that with the music. Very like the music is the scariest part of that show more than anything else. Yeah, they really did play it up. But now, since we are in the age of information, the internet really did crush so much. You know, you can't even go back anymore and think, well, maybe no. It's all right there. That was a fluke. This was a fluke. This grainy 8 millimeter image of alien autopsies from Area 51. That was just, made in some studio. Some guy put together. The costumes are, it's all just like, you know, put out there now, and nobody believes anything anymore. Mm, let's see here. 1945, World War II, Operation Carthage. Royal Air Force planes bomb Gestapo headquarters in Copenhagen, Denmark. They also accidentally hit a school, killing 125 civilians. You didn't read that in the books back in the history class there. Uh, hmm. 1963, on this day, still, yeah, it's 11:59. Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary closes. And in 1970, San Diego Comic Con, the largest pop culture festival in the world, hosts its inaugural event. Back in 1970, I thought that was a more current thing. That's pretty insane. But you got to think about it. By 1970, comics were huge. The Amazing Spider-Man came out in 1963, like the first issue of that. If you have a first issue of that, that's some big money, even if it's in bad condition. Let's see here. Anything else? More current. 2006, on March 21st. The social media site Twitter is founded, which is now X, but Twitter in 2006 it was founded. My first thought on Twitter, when I first heard Twitter, it was a coworker. We were loading trucks at the time, and he was my friend on MySpace, and he would see all the funny stuff I would post, and he'd be like, "Hey, you should get on this site called Twitter. Yeah, you should get on Twitter." This was 2008. He was like, "Oh, you'd be great on there, man." And I'm like, "Oh, I'll look at it." I looked at Twitter, and it seemed like, Twitter just seemed like I already put all my stuff on MySpace. Why do I have to switch to Twitter now? Like it seems like this every 5 years. There's always some new social media thing that blows up, and you have to like migrate over and set up camp to put your shit up onto it. Once again, and it's just like, it's like I've gone through that with MySpace. It's been almost 20 years I've been having to do that. MySpace, Twitter, Vine, if you remember Vine, Reverb Nation for all the musicians out there. Oh God, Reverb Nation. I don't know how I remembered that. Bandcamp was another music thing. You put your music up. And then, now you got, Facebook. I mean, that's old school, but yeah. What do you mean everyone's still using MySpace? I know, dude. It's popping off. I was actually, it's funny you bring that up. I was thinking about, hi Ian, I saw you there. Yep, I'm here, yo. Yo yo yo. I was thinking of making a video where I set up MySpace for this channel, just to see what I could actually do on MySpace. Could I upload videos on that too? And maybe I'll be the one to bring it back to life. But I looked at the page like a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago now, and they hadn't updated anything on the front splash page for like 2 years, it looked like. They were still advertising the last Rammstein album, which came out in 2022, I think. So, yeah, it's pretty sad. But anyways, that is what happened on this day, on March 21st. Now we are in March 22nd. So let's get into that. No, I'm joking. We're done with that. Let's move on to the next thing. So, one more thing I wanted to talk about March 21st. The Stamp Act passed on 1765, the first direct British tax on American colonists organized by Prime Minister George Grenville. Now, this brings up the question. I want you guys to answer this. What do you think? Would, maybe not starting off, we were better off, first 150 years as America, to not have British rule over. We have our independence and all that. But do you think at this point now, we would have been better off having the British, like, rule this country or not? Let me know. I really don't know. Who knows? So many things would have happened since then. But, yeah, it seemed like a lot of the founding fathers were plenty well pissed off about taxes and stuff, which don't get me wrong. Yeah, they were some badasses. But it's always fun to think about alternate universes, what would have happened if, this country won more than that one, and, or, the South actually did win the Civil War, how that would have looked like for the countries, So, it's kind of crazy. Anyways, I'm going to take a swig of soda. I suggest you want to take a bathroom break or whatever, or come back, or if you're on your phone, just take it with you. Put it on the sink. Don't want to see anything. What if Superman landed in Russia? I don't know. I'm kind of rusty on my Superman lore. I know there is a new Superman movie coming out, which we will be getting into a little later. That will be interesting to look at. Okay. So, soda news. 2025 has kicked off. It's decent. There isn't anything that's like absolutely crazy and wacky that has really just like been a huge thing. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's some of the stuff is good, some of it's bad. Now, we'll start off with the Dr. Pepper Blackberry. I like this flavor, but it's nothing crazy. Like, I don't think I will miss this flavor when it gets discontinued, which I know it will at some point. They say it's permanent now, but you never know. But the one soda that I missed from last year was Coca-Cola Spiced, which a lot of people didn't like, but I'm one of the few that really did love it. Not because of the raspberry flavor, but because of the spice flavor that it had. It was more spice than a raspberry taste. And it was good. I loved that one, but that got canceled. Sprite Chill apparently is still alive and breathing. I don't know how that happened, because I thought Sprite Chill was trash. I mean, it wasn't trash. It was middle of the road, but it wasn't anything crazy. Sprite Chill probably leaving us soon. Yeah, that reminds me, I need to get a couple more bottles before it does get discontinued, just for archival purposes. Over here, I've got a pile of 2024 soda releases that I have. I need to put in a Rubbermaid bin and just store away. It's becoming crazy. I don't want to become a hoarder, but just for like future videos, when I do want to do videos on the history of this flavor or this flavor, it'd be good to have on hand to pull out instead of searching on eBay and paying some guy $50 for a bottle of soda, So, Coca-Cola Orange Cream, reviewed that one. That one is very decent, very good. I'm a fan of that one as well, much as the Dr. Pepper Blackberry. The big one that I had to search high and low for, and it took me forever to find, was the Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. And it's been out, it was out for a little bit, and I can't find it in stores anymore. Like, was it just out for like a month? It popped up for a second. Now I go to Target. Excuse me. I go to the gas station. Like, it's nowhere to be found now. And I guess it's, a good thing, because that flavor was absolute trash. It sucks so bad. And, just get a Pepsi Wild Cherry and just call it a day. Food Lion. I don't have a Food Lion here. I don't have a Kroger. I don't have a Safeway. Uh, what do we have here? We have a Schnucks, a Deerbergs, and these are probably stores you guys have never heard of in your life. Schnucks is usually the place I can find like special sodas. Like that's how I found the Mexican squirt soda. Soda, all right. I said soda. And but yeah, a lot of other ones. We used to have a Reds. There was a grocery store called Reds, or no, not Reds. Heart, Heart. Uh, it was red. That's why I think of Reds. But I don't even think that store is open anymore. So you got the usual Walmart Supercenter, Target, and then the other ones, Schnucks, Deerbergs, that kind of thing. It's like a St. Louis area thing. But yeah, the wild cherries and cream really suck. Now, the upcoming sodas that I think should hit at some point, either like spring, summer, they're on the verge of being released. There may be some people that find it, a month before it's supposed to come out. I see some reviewers on YouTube that have the sodas already, and I'm like, okay, you guys have to know somebody that works for these companies. Give me the hookup, please. 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 But Sprite Tea is coming out, and it's basically Sprite with tea added to it, and it's going to be for a limited time, coming out during the summer. I don't have an exact date on that, but look out for that. I'm not that excited about that one, actually. But the biggest one, here is the biggest soda that I am looking forward to, that absolutely blew me away. A&W Ice Cream Sundae soda. So it's going to be like an ice cream float kind of thing, or like a root beer float kind of thing. And you look at the design of the can, it has sprinkles in it too, so it may have like a candied kind of taste with it as well. That is something that really excites me. And I think it may be too much for the average consumer. They'll just see that and be like, ugh, ugh. Now, there is like a chocolate design on the can as well. So it may be like a mix of a vanilla, root beer, chocolate, and maybe a candy from the sprinkles design on there, and flavor. And yeah, Chris, A&W is pretty standard with their flavors. Like, I think the wildest thing besides their regular root beer is the cream soda, which has been around forever. But I love the cream soda. It's so sweet and good. I love me some sweet sody pop. Boy, I'd love me some sweet sody pop. Watch me go. So let's see here. When does that A&W? People are just saying sometime in 2025. So as soon as it does come out, I'll be on the hunt, and I'll probably find it 2 months after everybody else has reviewed it. That seems to be the IIWR signature of the channel. So now that is about it for soda releases this year. I did hear that the new, or not the new, the creamy coconut Dr. Pepper will make a return during the summertime, as well as Mountain Dew Summer Freeze, which was like the Bomb Pop popsicle flavor that came out a few years ago. That's coming back. Both of those releases and flavors I'm not that excited about. I think Mountain Dew really went overload this past summer with the 3 different flavors, the red, white, and blue ones, all released at the same time. There was just so much of that I saw being clearanced out. Like, nobody was a fan of any of that stuff. I mean, the one flavor that was like the strawberry one, I think I really liked, but yeah, they're pretty much dialing it back this year for sure. You're gonna buy some Summer Freeze? Yeah, I think I gave it a pretty decent score because from what I remember, it was pretty sweet. So yeah, I'll give it a shot again. I got a bottle of Starry in the fridge that I reviewed when it first did come out, And that was the last time I did try Starry, was when it first came out and took over Sierra Mist, which is sad. R.I.P. Sierra Mist. But I got that. I'm gonna re-review Starry to see if I like it more or not. Chances are I'm not gonna like it as much as I like Sierra Mist. Chris, wait. The red and blue were very good. I didn't try the red or white one yet, but it sold out pretty fast over here. Yeah, the white one, the Mountain Dew White Limited Edition, Freedom Fusion, I think it was called. That one was trash. It was like watered. It was like sugar water. But yeah, I bought 2 or 3 bottles of each flavor just for the vault, and yeah, maybe we'll try that again at some point. Okay, Sierra Mist was crispier. Sierra Mist was just better all around, man. That was always the go-to when I went to the Taco Bell. I would always just get a Sierra Mist every single time. Now it's like, now I'll get a cherry Pepsi because Miss Me was some Starry. They rebranded Sierra Mist with Starry just to appeal to the Zoomers. As if Zoomers give that much of a damn. like, now I get it from a business standpoint. Sierra Mist was in the dumps. Like, towards the very end, nobody was buying it, even including myself. But it's far better than Starry. You got a 12-pack of cans downstairs in the basement. Yeah, I bought out all of the bottles of Sierra Mist that I found at the Dollar General, and they were like clearanced out for $1 a piece. Usually they were like $2.50 or whatever. So I just bought them all. So I have a bottle of that I'm gonna review for the first time because I never reviewed a Sierra Mist. So even if it's 3 years old now, I'll give it a whirl. Okay, now we are getting into restaurant news, and we are covering two things: Taco Bell and McDonald's. Zane's Cheerios says, "Is Starry okay? Just isn't as iconic as is Sierra Mist okay?" Exactly, man. Like, just think, Sierra Mist. You're on top of a mountain. It's cold, and then you got the mist of that cold mountain. Oh, so refreshing. As opposed to Starry. Yeah, would you want Starry? What is that? Some kind of Kirby Dream World kind of flavor? I don't know what you're... Starry? Okay. I thought the major difference between the two was the high fructose corn syrup, Chris Dreyer says. And yeah, that is true. I'm not going to grab the bottle. But on the Sierra Mist bottle, it says made with real sugar. That wasn't the case in the beginning. Pepsi reformulated and changed up Sierra Mist a few different times, and that was the last iteration of Sierra Mist where it was sweetened with real sugar. But yeah, so they tried. They really was giving Sierra Mist their all. But I got a bottle of Team as well, Teem, which was like Pepsi's first lemon lime flavored soda. Some other company bought the name, and they are selling it now. Some other whatever, but this will be the closest thing I'll be able to review Team. So it'll be cool to check that out as well. How in the world did this guy get 2 bottles of Pepsi Clear Legend? I know, dude. It is wild. Now, I got to give props to my buddy Ian. He saw the listing before I saw it. Even though I have it saved on eBay, I have Pepsi Clear Mexico saved. So anytime someone puts up anything on eBay, I'll get a notification and be like, oh. But I didn't see it. It didn't pop up on my phone. And then Ian sent me a message saying, hey, you may want this. You may want to check this out. And I was like, why didn't you buy it, dude? Like, because he collects soda and stuff, but I don't think he's not that crazy about it as much as I am. So I was like, thank you so much, Ian. I would have saw it maybe 5 hours later, and someone else might have bought it. But yeah, so I got that, and I'm like, both variations, the blue cap, the white cap. My soda, Crystal Pepsi soda collection is complete. Now I can make the video finally of the full Crystal Pepsi uh, collection, and that's gonna be such a badass video. I'm so excited to do that. It's gonna be so awesome. So I don't know. I did the whole history of Crystal Pepsi for the podcast, and I'm gonna revamp it and design it and record some things to put it on a documentary format for a video that I will do eventually, the history of Crystal Pepsi, and bring it up from when I did the podcast initially, which was like in 2021 or 22, because there has been some news since then. And yeah, bring that to life. But anytime I think about the history and the story of Crystal Pepsi, it's like my brain closes out 2025 and I just go back in time. It's like the perfect time machine because there's so many things about Crystal Pepsi that encapsulates the times of the 90s and all that stuff to where it really is more than just a soda. It's a literal trip back to the 90s. And, infusing that with my own experience with Crystal Pepsi, it's like, man, that's why I love it so much. Like, it also because it's just that good, but yeah, anyways. Zane's Cheerios. This guy has more bottles of Pepsi Clear than there are pictures on the internet. Yeah. I I was thinking about this. I go to this toy show maybe 2 or 3 times every year in St. Louis. It's called the Toy Man Toy Show. And they have like 8 or 9 times throughout the year. And I see podcasters up there, like they could buy a table and just like, promote their stuff. And it's like, I've been thinking about that for a while. It's like maybe that would be an opportunity for people to meet me or something. And I could do something fun. Maybe I could do a cheat day review live there or something, or live stream the whole thing. That'd be cool. So I was thinking like, what would be something that would be, because I really don't think, oh, come here to see me because I'm so important. But what would be something that a normal person that would know nothing about me would be gravitated towards? And I was thinking I could bring my whole Crystal Pepsi collection up so people could see, make a nice like little display and everything. That'd be something cool for someone to check out because I'm pretty sure that I have the only complete Crystal Pepsi thing, from like the rarest prototype stuff to the LA Beast limited edition bottle to the Pepsi Clear, the two different can versions of Crystal from the makers of Pepsi. Like I have all that stuff that I know I've never seen. Like some of the stuff I do have, I've never seen anywhere else. But yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I maybe this year or next year I would do that, and I wouldn't be making any money off of that. I'd have to pay $200 or whatever to have a table and basically watch people walk by and maybe go, oh yeah, Crystal Pepsi, I remember that, cool, and then keep walking. But I'm not going to sit here and imagine in my head, oh, I'm going to go there and people are going to be lining up wanting my autograph or wanting to take photos or wanting to ask me questions. I know that's not going to be the thing. I know it's going to be very kind of just sit down, chill, do videos, maybe film some stuff, maybe interview some toy collectors and stuff there. But yeah, I love the Toy Man Toy Show though, because I've been going there since I was a kid. So many memories. They've been doing it for like 30 years. And there's some videos. I've seen some like big collectors and like toy show people like go to that one and yeah, talk about it or whatever. But that's what I'm thinking about. That'd be something cool. And if somebody happens to be in the area that watches the channel, that'd be an opportunity to come and hang out and talk and possibly include you in a cheat day review. That'd be badass, actually. That'd be really cool. But anyways, all right. Back into fast food news. We're at the Taco Bell newsroom. and this was March 5th, 2025. Taco Bell reveals new menus, products, and experiences at their annual Live Más live event 2025. Okay, so what they did, it's happened in New York City. Taco Bell brought fans an unforgettable evening of the brand's bold future. Double the innovation on and off the menu. So, immersive experience unveiled 30 new menu items in development, limited edition merch collaborations with these people, Bad Birdie, and I don't know, probably like some LA based artist that makes some crappy designs and they staple it onto a jacket. Like, does anybody ever buy those limited edition merch clothing items from fast food releases? I don't think so. I don't, but I don't know. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Maybe a lot of people that want to resell it on eBay later. Let's see. Oh, you could rewatch the live stream on YouTube. Okay, maybe that'd be a good idea to watch for a video or something. Okay, so let's get into this. Double down on innovation on the menu starts with bold ambitions for evolving Taco Bell's chicken and beverage lineup and extends beyond the menu with a reimagined customer experience, revolutionizing fan touch points through the supreme service and fan experiences. The love for Taco Bell grows more than ever with over 340 stores opening in 25 countries alone in 2024. Let's see. A look inside the test kitchen. This is what we want. This is what we're looking for. Taco Bell's Chief Food Innovation Officer, Liz Matthews, pulled back the purple curtain on the famous test kitchen and the brilliant minds of the food innovation team, whose number one job is to craft a reimagined dining experience known for pushing the envelope when others stay in their lane, to curate some of the most talked about menu items around. Chicken nuggets. I tried to get those chicken nuggets when they did come out. They sold out like they'd be available on the app. I would click on it, buy. Apple Pay, sure. Double click on the side of my iPhone, boom. Show up there. Oh, I'm sorry, we're out. You want anything else? Well, I gave you the money, so give me a chalupa or something. Man, I so close to doing that review, and they blew it. But anyways, here are the things that they are working on in the Taco Bell test kitchen. Weak Knees Fire. Taco Bell is working with Brooklyn-born condiment brand Bushwick Kitchen on a new sauce, Weak Knees Fire, that combines the iconic fire sauce with Bushwick Kitchen's Weak Knees gochujang sriracha. The sauce is smoky, spicy, and has a pop of citrus. Hey, yo, Coco. Happy to see you on this Friday night. Well, I guess it's Friday if you're on the West Coast. Right now, we are in the early hours of Saturday. Hope you're doing well. We got Zab's Hot Ranch. It specializes in craft hot sauces using the datil pepper that is known for a lingering slow burn. Taco Bell is working with Zab's to create a new sauce, Zab's Hot Ranch, that takes the flavors of Zab is known for and adding Taco Bell spicy ranch sauce. I think these are sauces that were available for the Taco Bell chicken nuggets, I think. They got the purple chili sauce, a rich purple sauce featuring 3 unique chilies, Aja Panca, habanero, and ghost pepper. At the tasting experience, this sauce is required. They got crispy fajitas, tempura battered crispy bell pepper, onions, and jalapenos, paired with white habanero ranch for dipping. Queso fundido rolled chicken taquitos. Say that 3 times fast. Queso fundido rolled chicken taquitos. Queso fundido rolled chicken taquitos. I give up. Crispy taquitos stuffed with chicken with a green chili queso fundido for dipping. They got the short rib chili relleno burrito, Anaheim green chili stuffed with melted cheese and short rib beef. Actually sounds good. I had the green burrito when they were doing those like nostalgia menu last year. The green burrito is so damn good. I wish they would just make that a normal thing. It's the sauce that makes it, you know. Everything else you could get off the menu. It's that green sauce. They got the brisket taco, a taco featuring slow roasted brisket, shredded cheese, and purple cabbage. See, they lost me with that one. I'm not. Nah. It's just the color of it puts me off. Poutine fries, a nice Canadian staple. A bed of seasoned fries topped with slow roasted pork, savory gravy, and cheese curds. They got the Ubi strawberry cookie, a crisp and chewy sugar cookie stuffed with rich vanilla ubi cream, featuring strawberry pieces in the cookie and filling, plus a flurry of sprinkles. Sounds amazing. They got the Mexican pizza empanada. Now, I'm learning about this, just I didn't go over this before the show, and this is really striking me as a heavy hitter. So the Mexican pizza empanada, it's everything fans love about the cult classic Mexican pizza inside of a flaky, crispy empanada. That sounds awesome. Poutine fries for us in the north to run for the border. Exactly. They got the mini taco salad. It's a bite-sized version of the taco salad that was on the Taco Bell menus from 1984 to 2017 with added salsa verde and lime. I never saw that on the menu. I was just always focused on the Doritos Locos tacos myself, or the Mexican pizza. That's always a good go. You know, you get the Mexican pizza, man. The combo for the Mexican pizza. Sorry, went to a different personality there for a second. The Mexican pizza combo meal comes with two supreme tacos. That is the best combo at Taco Bell, in my opinion. Second to last one, we got the Taco Dia, an oversized taco shell made with a corn flour tortilla filled with carne asada, melted cheese, a guajillo pepper sauce, and grilled to perfection, inspired by traditional Mexican street food. Okay, that may actually be good. I don't know. Then we got the salted caramel and toffee cream empanada bites. Mouth is watering already. It's a twist on the beloved caramel apple empanada featuring salted caramel and toffee cream. Man, this all looks so good. Now, the other thing, before we get into this next part here, there was supposedly, last year was the year of the Baja Blast, the big celebration, the 20th anniversary, so on and so forth. There was supposed to be a Baja Blast pie that was going to be released towards the end of 2024. That never happened. Now, apparently, that is supposed to also be released, or finally be released this year. I'm not holding my breath, though. It looks like just a key lime pie. It's like green, as you would think. Baja Blast is green as well. But that would be something that once it comes out, I'm going to have to at least try that one. That's going to be the one thing I will have to try. So, there are some other things here. Drive-through ride of the year, destination. This is just a bunch of crap. Collabs. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 is turning, Tony Hawk Pro Skater game is turning 25 years old this year. And for the first time ever, Taco Bell restaurants and exclusive branded merch will be featured in the game. Okay. Now, we are doing some other releases as well. They got the Lux Craving boxes. They introduced the $5, the $7, and the $9 Lux Craving boxes earlier in the year. It's to bring more flavor, more choices, and more value for every fan. The Caliente Cantina chicken menu. I've been seeing ads on YouTube with that in there. I'm not a big fan of that. The biggest thing is this one right here. They got the Decades menu. They put it out last year. They got the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and a little bit of the 2000s with the caramel apple empanada. But this year, They still got the decades menu, but they're bringing back the early 2000s and the 2010s menu items that aren't really available anymore. So, after bringing back nostalgia favorites last year, the brand is going to do it again with products that were on menus in the early 2000s and 2010s, including the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Tacos and the Double Decker Taco. The Double Decker Taco will be amazing. I can't wait for that one. Um, Anything else? They got the grilled cheese burrito with shredded beef. That'll be coming out. The toasted cheddar street chalupa. The crispy chicken nuggets. They're coming back. Thank God. Okay, so we'll be trying those again. Mike's Hot Honey Diablo Sauce. The Flamin' Hot Burrito. The steak and queso crunch wrap sliders. The rolled poblano quesadilla, marinated steak or slow roasted chicken plus poblano peppers rolled into a quesadilla. The Milk Bar birthday cake churros, which we have tried on the channel, absolutely amazing, stunning, really good. And then they got a new soda release, it looks like Mountain Dew Baja Midnight. It's a sweet and refreshing blast of passion fruit flavor combined with the familiar tropical lime flavor of Baja Blast to perfectly complement any Taco Bell meal. And yeah, there you go. That's it. That's your news from Taco Bell. Now, I don't know what is happening at McDonald's, but we will get into it here. I don't know. I just checked out their news, and there really isn't anything big happening. Baja Midnight, Passion Fruit and Lime. Why Midnight? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a take on the release that came out late last year with Mountain Dew. It was initially called Midnight Mission, but they changed it to something else. It was a very forgettable flavor. But I guess, they just have it in their heads. They want to use the word midnight in one of their flavors. So that may be it. You know, nothing nothing too deep about it. McDonald's, there is nothing. So, anyways, let's move on now to the upcoming movies. If there is anything good coming out. And I didn't check this list beforehand, so this is all going to be new to me. And we'll see. So, there's Black Bag. Told not to look at that, not to check that out. Novocaine, the Snow White real life movie. There's all this controversy about it. I haven't been following it too much. I just know it's gonna be crap, and or it's just gonna be paint by numbers basically, and they're just gonna try to make it seem like it's new and exciting and for the age that we're in and all this stuff. And I don't bite. I don't bite or care that much about what they're trying to do. Some people really see it as, oh, they're degrading what Snow White is and what it should be. Who cares? It's gonna be a horrible movie. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. But that's coming out March 21st with Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler. I don't know what she's ever done, but there's that. Alto Knights, don't know. The Death of a Unicorn. Um, Woman in the Yard. A Working Man trailer that has Jason Statham playing his usual character, which is, oh, mate, I'm going to be a tough, hard ass. I'm going to be a tough, hard ass. And, it's a cool character to play as, but he's just pigeonholed and stamped as that character in every movie. Just a hard ass guy that's rough and tumble, and he just kicks a lot of ass. Which, yeah, hey, why not? Chris says, I heard it was a lot of unnecessary backstory in Snow White. People saw it. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. There's so many crappy movies that, like the one that I saw recently was Joker 2. I actually saw that one, And I didn't think it was that bad, but it wasn't. It didn't live up to the first one, that's for sure. But a lot of people get outraged about like stuff that really doesn't matter, such as movies and stuff. Like it's a movie. It's Hollywood. Like you get more outraged of the things that isn't in your face at all times that people try to keep secret. But anyways, the Minecraft movie with Jack Black, April 4th. That's coming out. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Jack Black, I don't find him funny. I appreciate him as an actor, but I don't find like I don't watch a lot of his stuff and laugh out loud. Like I liked the Pick of Destiny, Tenacious D, the band that he's in, but that one movie that came out in like 2004, 2005, but I've never like seen him as a funny guy. I just see him as a dude that like he's made some funny things, but he plays off of the fat guy gimmick too much. Like, hey, I'm a fat guy in a Spider-Man suit, and it's funny, and it's like, oh man, don't do that, man. You guys, please stop. Just stop. Like, it's kind of like the sad kid in school that, like, beats himself up and like makes fun of himself so people like think he's funny or something. And it just comes off sad. That's how I see Jack Black a lot of the times. I gotta watch the Monkey Zane's Cheerios said. Yeah, I never heard of that one. I'll have to look into that. He was good in School of Rock. School of Rock was good. As a heavy, it's a sleeper. My wife got me into watching it, but the movie The Holiday, back in the day when he was still pretty young and not, not losing it health wise, weight wise, he was good then. Just as an actor, really. But anyways, he is in the Minecraft movie. He is Steve. That's the big line that you see in the trailer when you watch that. Freaky Tales, Pedro Pascal, Tom Hanks. That's a movie. That's an actor I really don't see too much in. You hear his voice when he does Woody in Toy Story, but yeah, that'll be coming out. April, Warfare, Hell of a Summer, Drop. God, there's so many movies that I'm like completely unaware of. Sinners, The Accountant 2 with Ben Affleck, John Bernthal. John Bernthal, damn dude. I wish the Punisher show, like the Marvel Punisher show. I think John Bernthal, yeah, I think he plays as the Punisher. That was an amazing show, and it's such a damn shame it only had 2 seasons, I think. That's a show. If there's one show that needs to be brought back is The Punisher with John Bernthal. And just pick up right where the second season left off. That was a damn shame. Until Dawn comes out, Havoc. This is all still in April. Another Simple Flavor, Thunderbolts. It looks like a superhero team movie. The Surfer with Nicolas Cage. We got Friendship with Paul Rudd. Final Destination Bloodlines. All right, now this is something. This is cool. I think the Punisher just made an appearance in the new Daredevil series, and he has a beard. That's awesome. Lance Smith, dude, I haven't seen you in forever. I miss you. I know you're probably still around and stuff, but like, yeah, there's people that I would see comment all the time. Yeah, DP. I'd see people that would comment all the time, and then sometimes I'd never see them comment again. It's not like I expect it, but I sometimes wonder where they went. So it's good to see you pop up. Happy Saturday, man, or Friday if you're on the West Coast still. Almost finished. I'm about a third way through this DP Blackberry. Longest that it's ever taken me to drink a soda in my life, but yeah, I'm just sipping on it, just sitting back, sipping on a DP. So, Final Destination Bloodlines. This is a series of movies that goes back all the way to the early 2000s. It's being released just in time to celebrate the franchise's 25th anniversary. Yeah, 2000. After working on Freaks and Kim Possible, directors Zach Lipovsky and Adam B. Stein are reuniting to helm this project A sneak peek of Bloodlines features an accident that results in an untimely death of a tattoo artist, giving audiences an insight into what the movie's about. Love you too, Lance. Keep up the good work. Keep kicking ass, dude. Lilo and Stitch. Okay, this is like a big one. I finally saw the trailer for this one, and it looks actually very decent for a real life version from an animated movie. Will I watch this? Probably not. I probably because when Lilo and Stitch first came out back in the day, I was a teenager. I was worried about getting chicks and being in a rock band and still the same stuff. Well, maybe not getting the chicks part, but still making music and stuff. But Lilo and Stitch, that was for my little brother watching that. But yeah, so that's coming out. He's probably excited about that. All right, here we go. Finally, something that I know I will be going to the theaters to watch. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. May 23rd, 2025. So, I mean, in 2 months, it's coming out. God, that's so soon. I thought it'd be coming out a little later during the summer, or yeah, further on. So let's read this here. Tom Cruise is back in action as Ethan Hunt in what was originally supposed to be Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was kind of confused there. The Final Reckoning. Okay, so they changed the title. After Hunt retrieved both keys at the end of Dead Reckoning, the new film will focus on his mission to find the lost Sevastopol submarine while stopping the Entity, an AI program. Haley Atwell, Simon Pegg, Vanessa Kirby, Ving Rhames, Palm Clementif, and Isaiah Morales are slated to return for the 8th installment in the franchise. New additions to the cast include Hannah Waddingham, Holt McElhenney, Nick Offerman, Janet McTeer, and Lucy Todorjuk. So that is going to be one I will definitely be checking out because I remember watching Mission Impossible 2 in the theaters when it came out. And I never saw the first one in theaters because I was a kid and you didn't know how good it was going to be. You didn't, like, Mission Impossible at that point before the first movie came out was an old TV show that I never watched. But after renting it, on VHS from Video Update, that was a video rental store, I was hooked, and then playing the Mission Impossible game on the 64 when Mission Impossible 2 was coming out. Oh, hell yeah. And ever since then, oh yeah. It's like a staple to see every single Mission Impossible movie. Yeah, so. Lance Smith, for real, bro? What are you asking about in particular? So, Chris Dreyer, you had a video update? I grew up with one 5-minute walk from my house. I watched all the movies. Oh yeah, I bought some video games from Video Update when they were going out of business. So I have a few that have the Video Update stickers slapped all over the label. So yeah, Video Update. We had Hollywood Video, Blockbuster, which we never really went to Blockbuster, but yeah, all those. There was another one I'm trying to think of, but I can't remember anymore. Video Update, Family Video. There you go. That was the other one. Fear Street, The Prom Queen. So this is coming out May 23rd. Is this from the... Oh, it's based off of the R.L. Stine series of movies. Okay. And then we got Karate Kid Legends coming out May 30th. So will this have Jackie Chan? Yeah, it has Jackie Chan in it. Okay. Bring Her Back, don't care. Ballerina, don't care. Slap up the stickers. Yeah. Just put it all over. And as a kid, like, oh man, it looks crappy with these stickers, and you try to peel them off and stuff, and then it just leaves this like sticky residue on it. It just makes things worse. You should have just kept the sticker on, but anyways, Elio, that will be coming out. It's a Inside Out 2 from Pixar's or whatever. Garbage Pail Kids. Oh yeah. My dad at the tail end before he became an adult and you know got my mom pregnant with me in a very early 20s. He had some Garbage Pail Kids and he was on that train, and I kind of inherited a lot of the stuff he had, which is cool. So that's like, I am a millennial, but I kind of grew up with my dad and my mom at the same time, which they're Gen Xers. So it's like I have like, I'm in touch with both generations, my parents and myself, because we all kind of just grew up together because they were so young. But let's see what else we got. 28 years later, Megan 2.0. I need to watch the first Megan. F1. Okay, and we get into July. And I thought the Jurassic Park franchise was over, but that was stupid of me because the Jurassic Park series, Hollywood sees that as a cash cow. They're going to keep coming to and milking it until it's skin and bones and powdered milk is coming out of it. So what's my take on the BlackBerry DP? I like it. I like it a lot. I'm not going to miss it when it's gone, but I will cherish it and enjoy it while it's here. That one and the Coca-Cola Orange Vanilla. Those are the best 2 flavors that have come out this year so far. The Pepsi Cherry and Cream sucks. So bad. So bad, dude. So bad, bro. Okay, so we got Jurassic World Rebirth, July 2nd, 2025. Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, Jonathan Bailey, Rupert Friend, okay, and some other people I don't know. The larger-than-life dinosaur phenomenon that is the Jurassic franchise is returning to screens with new life. Through uncovering any plot details has been about as difficult as unearthing dino fossils. The latest installment is exclusive, produced by Steven Spielberg, and it features an all-star ensemble that includes Scarlett Johansson, blah, 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 blah. And David Koepp, who penned the original Jurassic Park, returns as a writer on the new film. I haven't watched, there's a trailer for it, we're not going to watch it, but that should be good. But here is something that I am very excited about. You prefer the blackberry over the orange vanilla Coke? Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Dr. Pepper just as a base flavor is so much better than Coke. So it's a hit, big hit and run there. Home run, hit and run. The violence in my head. Here is something I am really excited about because it's directed by James Gunn. And I feel like anything James Gunn does, now there's some controversy about him in the past, but I think that's come and gone and whatever. I don't care. As long as like the stuff he makes is like awesome. And I have nothing bad to say about any of his movies. Like even the Suicide Squad movies that he did were good. I think he just did the one, but anyway, Superman. James Gunn directed Superman movie, dropping July 11th. I saw the trailer for this, and it looks awesome. It includes the super dog. I don't know his name exactly, but it seems like it's a full-on, full fan service kind of movie, which I'm kind of digging because so many Superman movie reboots always wants to tell the same origin story and it's just kind of dragged on, but it seems like this it like gets right into the action right away. At least that's what I'm picking up from the trailer. So it says DC Studio CEO James Gunn is directing, writing, and producing the latest reboot of Superman, bringing it into the new generation of a connected DC cinematic universe. The film will not be an origin story, like I just said there. Bringing it, but will focus on Lois Lane and Clark Kent. To the dismay of many Superman fans, Henry Cavill will not be returning to play the superhero. Instead, David Corenswet will take on the role, playing a younger, more optimistic Superman to counter Cavill's grittier rendition. I'm excited about that one. So we got Mission Impossible, we got Superman, we got Jurassic Park. What year are we living in exactly? But yeah, the summertime 2025, there it's gonna be hits. We got a new Smurfs movie coming out July 18th. Don't care. Starring Rihanna. All right. Fantastic Four. Like I said, what year are we in? They're trying to make another Fantastic. How many Fantastic Four movies have been put out and just completely just crashed and burned? It says Fantastic Four are coming back for a third time, 20 years after the initial theatrical debut of Marvel's first family, and then 10 years after the ill fated reboot. So I guess every 10 years, the Fantastic Four reboot rears its ugly head and tries again. Uh, yeah. So there's that. The Bad Guys 2 trailer, that's an animated movie, don't care that much about. The Naked Gun movie, okay. This is another one that I didn't know anything about until I started listening to the Lonely Island podcast. And if you don't know who the Lonely Island is, they're this comedy troupe that was on Saturday Night Live back in the 2000s and early 2010s, and they've made movies and all this other stuff and music. They're like the total package, TV, movies, music, all that stuff. I love them. Not a big fan of Saturday Night Live otherwise, but when they were on it, it was like, oh, this is actually funny. This is actually worth watching Saturday Night Live. Anyways, Akiva Schaffer, that is part of the Lonely Island, he's directing the reboot of The Naked Gun, which is kind of like a parody of James Bond, I guess, something like that. But this is coming out August 1st, 2025, which I will be going to see. It says The Lonely Island's Akiva Schaffer brings back the bumbling detective Frank Drebin, originally played by Leslie Nielsen in the classic TV comedy Police Squad and trio of Naked Gun films from the late 1980s to the mid 1990s. The man attempting to fill Nielsen's shoes in the role, none other than Liam Neeson. So that's going to be awesome. Liam Neeson is playing as the Leslie Nielsen's character in the new Naked Gun. That's going to be awesome. Just knowing how serious Liam Neeson is, and then being in a comedy film, that's going to be badass. And it's directed by Akiva Schaffer from the Lonely Island. You can't go wrong with that. Oh my God! Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, is going to be in it too. That's put a little check mark on there for sure. Hang on, I got to read the rest of what's going on. What it do, brother, from Cole Snack Attack. What's up, Cole, dude? How's your neck of the woods? Across the ocean. Hope everything's good for you. It's probably morning or afternoon there. Happy Saturday, bro. We're just chilling here. It's a late night. What time is it? 12:56. I got a video I need to edit before I go to bed tonight, so I have it released later on today. It's I'll give you a little sneak peek of what's coming out. When I have the time and have the energy, sometimes I buy a piece of furniture like IKEA and you just want to put it together and forget about it. This time I was like, okay, I have a wild hair, I have enough energy. I got this breakfast cart from Amazon. Bought it for $280. We've been needing it around the house because we don't have that much space to put things or eat, off of. Just got a lot of stuff, and it's got a lot of storage too. So I was like, I got this. It finally shipped to me. It hit the house, and I'm like, all right, I got a wild hair. I'll bring the lights down, set everything up, get the tripod. And usually when I film something I'm building, it's 3 times longer. It takes 3 times longer to put the thing together because you got to think about, all right, I got to get some decent shots to show people, how to build this thing and, present it right instead of just putting it all together and not worrying about it. So I filmed it all. It took 2 days, 2 different days because I started midnight one night. That was my own fault. I should have started earlier, but I started filming at midnight, putting this thing together, and it was like 2:30 by the time I almost got done, but I was like, I can't go anymore. I got to go to bed. I got to wake up in the morning. Just absolutely insane stuff that I'm going to look back on and be like, God. But and probably, it may get some views, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hit and miss. Sometimes you'll think some videos will be like really awesome and you put a lot of time and effort and they just flatline right away. And sometimes, it's the opposite. But anyways, I put in about 3-4 hours into making the video. Like, I went back the next night and finished it up. And so I had like 3.5 hours of footage, and I trimmed all of it down to about 15 minutes. And so now I narrated everything, voiceover, and I just got to put the finishing touches and line up the voiceover with the video and make a thumbnail, put some background music in it, take some pictures of the instruction booklet, step 1, put A to B, all that kind of stuff, and insert that into the video. So I got to do all that and then have it out tomorrow. So that's what I'll do after I do this live stream. So it's a never-ending thing here, but yeah, that's it's fun because the biggest reward from doing videos like that, because I did that when I put together my wife's vanity mirror a couple of years ago. The biggest reward from that is when there's somebody out there wanting to see how it's actually built instead of looking at the instructions, or they don't have the instructions and they're just kind of at a loss. People will comment and be like, oh, thanks, this helped me so much when I got stuck at this. And it's like, yes, that's why I did it. All the hours, all the time, it was definitely worth it. So that's what's happening tomorrow. And then Sunday, I got to work on this documentary and finish it. But Sunday may just be a soda day, a soda review day. We'll see how it turns out. I want to do a video on the all the coolest 90s toys that I got, which I think would be pretty fun to just do and gather all the funnest things that I have. And yeah, that'd be cool. But anyways, back to movies. Let's finish this up. The Naked Gun, that'll be coming out August 1st, 2025. Let me check the live chat, make sure I didn't forget anybody. Nielsen was a baller. Hell yeah, he was. You ever watch, Airplane was good, but the one before Airplane, the kind of like real gritty one, is Kentucky Fried Movie. If you ever saw that, that was a really good movie. I rented that when I was like in 8th grade with my buddies, and we watched that on VHS. It was so cool. So badass, dude. Yeah, dude. You ever watch Kentucky Fried Movie? Freakier Friday, the sequel to Freaky Friday, August 8th. Jamie Lee Curtis. Chad Michael Murray, he's coming back. Hell yeah. He's a bro. He's a beast, bro. Doesn't seem like there's much. The Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger. Okay. Peter Dinklage. He's playing Elijah Wood, Kevin Bacon. Peter Dinklage stars in this reboot of the classic dark superhero comedy as a lowly janitor who falls into a vat of toxic waste and transforms him into a disfigured mutant and decides to use his powers for good. The film premiered way back in 2023 at Fantastic Fest, but is finally getting a proper theatrical release sometime in 2025. Well, it's August 29th, apparently. The reboot of the Toxic Avenger. Cole, am I going to see the new Snow White movie? Absolutely not. I know there's all, like I've talked about, I kind of glazed over it. There's a lot of controversy and people getting butthurt about, oh, this isn't how it's supposed. I don't care about Snow White. I didn't grow up as a young dude putting on a Snow White dress and, looking up to Snow White as anything. So it doesn't break my heart, whatever they want to do with Snow White. But apparently there's a lot of dudes out there that are very upset about that. I think they're just looking for an excuse to get mad. But oh God, what the hell? All right, hold on to your butts. Like I said, I look at this and I don't even have any idea. I literally just Googled, you know, movies coming out for 2025, and I'm just looking at this list. Didn't go over this before I hit live on here and went going. Spinal Tap 2. Spinal Tap 2. If you don't know what Spinal Tap 2 is, it's like a mockumentary of like bands from the 70s and like I guess 80s or whatever. The original Spinal Tap is awesome. I saw it when I was a teenager. It's awesome. But apparently there is a sequel, Spinal Tap 2 The End Continues, September 12th, 2025, directed by the original director Rob Reiner, starring Rob Reiner, Michael Keane, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer. Get ready to turn it back up to 11 or go beyond it. Rob Reiner returns to direct the sequel to the 1984 cult classic mockumentary. This is Spinal Tap, with the actors returning to their roles as members of the iconic titular band 15 years after a hiatus for a grand finale concert. Legendary musicians such as Elton John, Paul McCartney, and Garth Brooks are all set to feature in this film. That is the best reason to go and rewatch This Is Spinal Tap, because that blows me away. 2025 is looking badass, at least the later half, for sure. Ella McKay, there's all these other ones. Saw 11 coming out September 26th, perfect for Halloween season. I remember him from Dobson's Creek, yeah. Now, I only remember him from Cinderella Story. I think that's what it is with, what's her face in it? I forget. I actually like that movie. I'm a sucker for some of those like movies back in the day. Um, Michael is coming out. I don't know what the okay, Michael. Yes, October 3rd. Take out your red leather jackets and sequin covered gloves and prepare to moonwalk into theaters and witness Anton Fuqua's Michael, detailing the life of the man, the myth, and the music legend Michael Jackson. This biopic invites viewers to witness the personal woes that came along with the global success of the late hitmaker, with performances from blah 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 people I don't know. The story of the king of pop is slated to grace big screens, October 3rd, 2025. Now, about this, as I'm doing research, and I try to every year put out an update of the history of Toys R Us. It's been a couple of years. I'm working on it to release sometime in September or sometime this summer. The shooting of this movie, they literally remade a retro Toys R Us store, like from the storefront and the the brown roof and everything to make it look like it was from the 80s or 90s, and it was built in California. Simply, you go inside and it looks like has all the shelves and everything just like it looked back in the day. Now it's not an actual store people can go into. It was built simply for this movie, and yeah, it looks really awesome. At least just for that scene alone, I will want to watch this. And I like Michael Jackson. I was a fan. Animal Friends with Ryan Reynolds, Aubrey Plaza, Jason Momoa. I think this is a animated film. I don't really care. Whatever. Tron Ares, October 10th, coming out. Okay, The Black Phone 2. All right. Mortal Kombat 2, October 24th. The first one that came out in 2021, I liked it. I still have a soft spot for the 90s movies that were rather cheesy and shitty, but Mortal Kombat 2, there's never enough, there's always room for Mortal Kombat movies, especially live action ones that are like this. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm down for that. I will see that. Predator Badlands, I need to watch. I've never watched a Predator movie, so I need to get in on that before that one comes out. Now You See Me 3. Both of the Now You See Me movies are awesome. They're about like magicians and they do all kinds of stuff. It's actually really cool. So seeing that there's a third one coming out, awesome. I have to see that. And the second half of Wicked for Good, or Wicked, is coming out. Wicked for Good, November 21st, 2025. Now, Wicked, look, all right, I'm a dude from the Midwest, all right? I've been in rock bands. I've rapped. I've been in metal bands. I can take my personality and what I'm an open-minded person, let's just say that. And I watched Wicked in theaters. I didn't have any expectations for Wicked. I'm not a big fan of musicals either. So I kind of walked into it going, oh God, it's just going to be musicals and I want the actual story more, or whatever. They were very nice with putting musical numbers in to where it didn't seem like overloading with like just fluff. Like it hit when it should have hit. And I gotta say, Wicked is actually a really great movie. Coming from a Midwestern man, such as myself, that listens to a lot of death metal and rap, 2 Live Crew, you know what I'm saying? I loved Wicked. It was good. So I'm excited about that one. November 21st, 2025. I don't want to say I'm excited about it, like, oh my God, yes. But I'll go and I'll see it. For a movie experience, it won't be bad. In December, we got Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Never followed that show or anything like that. Avatar Fire and Ash. So they're making another Avatar movie. This is the third one in the Avatar franchise. I still need to watch the first one and the second. The SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, December 19th, 2025. And Anaconda. Is this a remake of the... Yeah, okay, it's an update of the 1997 film. Yeah, I remember when that first one came out. It's starring Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Dirty Dancing 2, okay. Frankenstein. There's no dates for that. It just says 2025 for these. The new Knives Out mystery, Wake Up Dead Man. That'll be coming out at some point. And In the Gray, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill. So there you guys go. That is your movie news. And we're going to do the... I was thinking we'd do some retro things, but we kind of went long here. This will probably be another live stream. I'm going to do a video on this too, but yeah. We will probably get into the music releases, and we'll call it a day. But yeah, let's see. Double check all the chat. Let's see here. Lance Smith, bro, Beetlejuice 2 was trash. In all fairness, the original made for a tough sequel, but it didn't come close. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it should have happened. It should have never been made. Because I was thinking myself, I went in theaters and I watched Beetlejuice 2, and I was like, what are they actually going to do? But I will say, as a standalone movie, it's middle of the road. I will say that. It wasn't absolutely horrible, but for it to follow up and be a part of the original Beetlejuice lore and everything, like an actual, this is legit, this should be good, and it's going right along, it really did fall flat. And it seemed like it picked up a lot. Like, I was embarrassed when they tried to kind of wedge in the Banana Boat song in the second one. It was just like, oh no, why are they doing that? That's and a lot of them. What's her face? I don't even know the chick, Lydia's daughter or whatever her name was. She's I wasn't a fan of her acting. Oh my God. I'm running low on DP. And that's it. Done with the can. That lets me know we should be done with the thing. Oh, I bought the DVD because I was so curious of this movie. I mean, I've seen far shittier movies, don't get me wrong. If you're just going to go in there and just buy a big bucket of popcorn and just munch on it and just watch the pictures go by, it's decent. But if you're going to go in there, like with the original Beetlejuice so, embedded in your brain like it was with mine, you are going to want to pick it apart. But yeah, I would just say go into it just not even thinking too much about it. But yeah, let's see here. Chris Dreyer says, I really like Tim Burton, so I couldn't imagine what he does. Yeah, Tim Burton. I'm, yeah, I like what he did with the Batman movies. That's for sure. Okay, so music releases. March 21st was a big day yesterday. We had Cradle of Filth, a new Cradle of Filth album. Not a big fan, but I know that's a pretty big metal band. Deacon Blue, don't know. James Arthur. I guess you listen to that when you're bored or something. Lordi, it's a Finnish rock band. Limited Edition. My Morning Jacket. I think that's like an emo band or something. They're an American rock band from Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville. That's how you should say Louisville. I grew up saying Louisville, but if you're around the natives in that area, it's Louisville. Lulville. Louisville. Yeah, I'm in Louisville. Pop Evil. That's a band. They put out a new album, What Remains. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco is Selena Gomez's, I guess, fiance or whatever. They put out an album together, and it's called I Said I Love You First. So it's a collab album. That's no thanks. No thanks. So let's see. Coming up March 28th, is there anything worth talking about? There's all these bands and stuff. Lil Durk. Who's Lil Durk? Lil Durk, known professionally as Lil Durk, is an American rapper regarded as a pioneering artist in the Chicago-based hip-hop subgenre drill music. He is often considered the subgenre's most commercially successful rapper. He initially garnered local success. All right, I don't care. His album Deep Thoughts comes out March 28th, okay? Very deep. Ministry, that's an old classic band. They got an album called The Squirrely Years Revisited on Cleopatra Records, all right? Oh my God, Mumford and Sons. I thought they died off back with the hipsters in like 2014. They're coming out with a new album called Rushmere. Under Oath, The Place After This One, also March 28th. And Will Smith, he's coming out with a new album, March 28th, called Based on a True Story. It's his 5th album, okay? And looking into April, LA Guns, classic band. That's where kind of Guns N' Roses kind of found their footing and stuff. Some of the members of that. Leopard Skin, that drops off. Elton John with Brandy Carlisle, Who Believes in Angels. There's a band called Pigs, with the album titled Death Hilarious. They're a British stoner metal band formed in Newcastle in 2012. Their debut album, Feed the Rats, was released on the UK label Rocket Recordings. Okay. All right. Mars Volta and OK Go have new albums dropping April 11th. Wu-Tang Clan and Mathematics has an album coming out April 12th. Let's see here. Anything else good? Billy Idol, Dream Into It, drops April 25th. April 25th is a huge music release. Ghost the band Ghost with Skeleton, also drops April 25th. Machine Head with Unatoned. Um, Self Esteem, Smokey Robinson. He's still making music. Okay. The Viagra Boys with Viagra Boys is coming. What the hell is Viagra Boys? They're a Swedish punk band formed in Stockholm in 2015. All right, Swedish punk band. That's all you need to know now. Willie Nelson, Oh What a Beautiful World, is coming out April 25th. That's his 77th solo studio album. 77 albums. That's insane. But, well, there you guys go. Your music news, your movie news, what's happening with fast food, what happened on this day, a little bit of touch of history here and there, and some fun, friendly banter, and there you go. That's one hell of a news that all you need to have for a month or so. And yeah, got a lot of cool movies coming out, so at least the half of the year. So let me just check the chat one last time. But yeah. Oh yeah, so I gotta get back to editing that video now. Get off this thing. Well, thank you guys for coming on and hanging out with me on this Friday night. I hope you guys had fun. At least just having my voice in the background while you did something, you know, chilled out, put together a puzzle, or ate some Taco Bell or something. And if you have any other questions or anything you want me to answer, I'll be here for a few more seconds. But until then, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I will see you next time whenever I do another one of these live streams. I try to do one once every month or so. So, yeah. Sometimes I'm just too busy, but yeah. Let me take a look here. So I'm just waiting. If anybody else has, I'll give you the floor, so to speak. Feels good. I need some water now. I'm all dry. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up something else. Let's see here. What is in the news here? In Yemen, 53 people are killed after the United States launches air and naval strikes. That's in the news recently. Yeah, so at least 42 people are killed as a result of storms and tornadoes in the Midwestern and Southern United States. Yeah, I felt it. It's been, the wind has just sucked. It's just been, it's like, calm it down. I know April is a crazy month for states and areas of the country that actually get weather, but yeah, they need to chill. Daddy chill. If you ever seen that video, that's what I'm referring to. But yeah, okay, I think I'm done now. Check the live chat just one last time, and gotta go make a bathroom stop and finish up editing, and that's it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Have a good night, and hope you have a very peaceful rest, and make sure to drink plenty of water. That's about it. Okay. All right. I'm DJ Glowing Eyes. Thanks for watching. Or Blake, since we've kind of had this personal bond now. My name is Blake in real life. And that's it. Chris, Cole, Zane's Cheerios. I wanna give a shout out to everybody that's left a thing. Let's do that. Lance Smith, missed you. Glad to see you back, bro. Ian, he popped in for a second. I don't know if he's still here or not. Coco, thanks for coming on. And yeah, anybody else? That's about it. Okay, cool. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.